will guide you through how to perform the full inchworm sequence. We'll begin with the inchworm walkout to a plank. Hinge at the hips, keeping your back as straight as possible, and walk your hands into a plank position. Here, we'll plank strong for a 6-second count, focusing on a tight core and squeezed glutes. At the top of each inchworm, we'll bring our hands overhead for a Y stretch before walking out into the next one. We'll repeat this sequence for one more rep before moving on to the next one. Hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pike the hips and then walk your hands back, performing another overhead Y stretch. Next, we'll move into our walkouts with hip openers. Walk into your tall plank position and perform one hip opener on each side, stepping your foot near your hands to open the hips. Hold for about a second on each one before walking back and transitioning into your next overhead Y stretch. We'll repeat this sequence for one more rep before moving on to the next one. Our last section will be inchworms into T planks. We'll hinge at the hips, walking out into our next plank, and perform one T plank on each side. Be sure that in the T plank position, your chest, hips, and all 10 toes are aligned facing the same direction. We'll repeat this sequence for one more rep, and we're done. Consistency is key to maximize the benefits of exercise. Proper form and intentionality will keep your movement strong. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to guiding you through the next one. This video will guide you through how to correctly perform the hip bridge and march sequence. This movement is perfect for counteracting the effects of prolonged sitting. Begin by laying flat on your back with your upper arms pressed slightly into the floor to engage your upper back. This initial posture sets the foundation for effective movement, and proper breath control is critical to maximize the benefits. As you move, we're going to inhale on the reset and exhale and squeeze through the lift. For the standard bridges, inhale deeply, filling your belly with air. As you exhale, engage your glutes and draw your abs in, lifting your hips toward the ceiling. Aim to achieve full hip extension, creating a straight line through the front side of your hips. This position opposes the typical seated posture crease, activating the muscles that are often deactivated as we sit. Complete the designated number of standard bridges, focusing on the quality of movement, breathing, and maintaining proper engagement through your pillar. After your final standard bridge, we'll move into marching bridges. Lift your hips as we just did for the standard bridge and hold at the top. On an exhale, lift one foot off the ground, keeping your knee bent at 90 degrees, and march until it's directly above your hip. Carefully place your foot back on the ground and do the same on the other side. Once you've done one on each side, reset your hips to the floor before lifting into the next bridge and performing the marches again. The goal during the marches is to keep your hips level, avoid letting them dip to either side as you lift each leg, maintaining a steady and controlled movement. You through the good ass pigeon stretch, a dynamic way to enhance your glute flexibility and hip mobility, especially after foam rolling your glutes. Begin in a strong tall plank position, meaning that your shoulders are down and back, abs are drawn in, and your glutes are engaged to stabilize the pillar. From there, bring one knee forward, placing the foot across into a figure 4 position. If needed, gently assist the foot to slide further into the position. Slightly walk your hands forward to allow space for movement, maintaining elevated hips as if you're still in the plank. Initiate the stretch by lowering your hip towards the figure 4 foot, lengthening through the ribs on that side. Use controlled breathing. Inhale as you lower, and exhale as you engage the abs and glutes, returning to the center. Perform 3 controlled hip drops on each side, focusing on maintaining form and controlled breathing throughout the movement. Incorporating dynamic stretches like these into your routine post-foam rolling can significantly enhance your mobility and contribute to a more balanced, injury-resistant body, and, as is always the goal, pain-free movement. Remember, the key is controlled movements and breath work. Thanks for joining, and I look forward to guiding you through the next one. alternating knee hugs. This is an excellent movement to improve flexibility and release tension in your lower back and hips. To begin, lie flat on your back with legs straight. You'll start by pulling one knee in towards your chest. Use both hands to gently grab the knee and pull it to the same side shoulder. Exhale as you pull the knee in. Hold that position briefly, feeling the stretch in your lower back and hip. You'll slowly inhale as you release the leg and extend your leg back to the starting position. Repeat the movement with the other knee, pulling it towards its same side shoulder. Continue alternating between legs, maintaining a smooth and controlled motion. Remember to inhale as you lower your leg and exhale as you pull the knee in. Perform the designated number of reps or for the designated amount of time. Alternating knee hugs primarily target the hip flexors and the muscles of your lower back. These muscles can often become too tight from prolonged sitting. Improve your hip mobility, reduce lower back pain, and enhance overall flexibility. This video will guide you through the cross-body hip stretch. This movement is excellent for improving hip mobility and relieving lower back tension. You'll start by lying flat on your back with your legs straight and arms outstretched to the sides, hands even with your shoulders. Begin by bringing one knee up to a 90-degree angle with the knee directly above the hip and the heel in line with the knee. Using your opposite side hand, grab the outside of your knee and gently pull it across your body as you exhale. Take your time lowering the knee down towards the floor to make sure you get full range of motion. Hold this position briefly before slowly returning to the starting position and switching sides. You'll perform this movement for the designated number of reps or the designated amount of time, alternating back and forth. This stretch targets the hip flexors and lower back muscles, which promotes mobility and reduction in tightness. Keeping these areas flexible is crucial for maintaining proper posture and preventing discomfort during daily activities. As these muscles become tight, it can lead to lower back pain, decreased mobility, and decreased core stability.